A little while ago, we had a chance to speak with the governor on a number of topics, including bringing workers back to their offices. Take a look. I want to ask you about your advice to employers at this time. Obviously, the mandates apply to them just like everyone else. But, just taking Hartford for an example, you think about some of the businesses out on Pratt Street, maybe someone shopping at Stackpole or getting their haircut at a professional barbershop. No one's there. Those office buildings are, for the most part, empty, still largely. Do you have advice for employers? When do you want them bringing people back into the office and kind of getting back to normal in that routine?
I think for state government, we're going to start on June 1st. So we're going to ask everybody by July 1st. It's good to get back in the office. We have a telecommuting protocol, so some people are still allowed to do that. Want to take that? And so I think it's time for people to start coming back to the office. I think it's the same with Washington, D.C. We got a lot of our best commissioners have been dragooned by Joe Biden to go down and serve in Washington, but they're still up here. Not even Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, is at full throttle yet.
Just next time, just answer and say, Mr. President, I'll have to call you back. I'm on with Eric Parker. I saw in many of your announcements as we moved through this, Governor, we've talked about this past year and a half and how extraordinary it was. You worked in coordination with New York and New Jersey, and obviously as you were closing stuff, that made sense because you don't want New York to close bars and then everyone comes across into Danbury to get a drink. As you reopen, are you working to coordinate with them as closely, and does it matter?
Not as closely. New York did it by zip code, and we were more close probably with Massachusetts as we slowly reopened. We've been pretty firm, and it was exactly a year ago, May 20th. That we started reopening. Outdoor dining was the first thing we did. And now it's a year later. We've really got virtually everything open right now. And it makes the most sense if I can speak with one voice with our fellow governors. Closing was really important. Opening, we're doing okay. Probably taking the lead a little more here in Connecticut.
All right, Governor Ned Lamont, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll continue our conversation with the governor. A lot more to talk about on this topic and others coming up right after this quick break.